Alright guys, what I'm just going to show you real quick today is, first of all, how I prep a brisket. So you can see this brisket's been trimmed. All in here, this is where the hard, thick, dense fat and cartilage is, in between the muscles, in between the point and the flat. I've cut most of it out. I left some of it in there just for flavor, but a good portion of it I've cut out. And then typically a brisket comes with a really thick layers of fat on it. I've trimmed them down to where all of your seasoning can penetrate into the meat. I'll show you the other side. It's trimmed pretty good, so it's a semi-lean piece of meat anyways. But when you're looking for a brisket, you're looking for good marbling, just like any meats. So what I've done is trimmed it up, then I rubbed it down with just plain old olive oil. You can use mustard, just something to help bond your rub ingredients, whatever those may be, to your brisket. So this will go on the grill bare, it won't go on in the pan, and that's how I get a lot of smoke on it, and I'll show you that later. Alright guys, so what I'm going to show you, this particular brisket, I've got a few different smokers. I've got big ones, small ones, mediums. This one is the Komodo Joe. Okay, the Komodo Joe is basically a knockoff of the green egg. They were actually partners and they split, and Komodo Joe was born at that time in the market. It's got your typical vent down on the bottom and your vent up top to control heat. It's a thick porcelain cooker. This is pretty much a stripped down version of one. It works fine. So what I'm going to show you, here's my temperature gauge. I've got it set at, I just started the fire just a few minutes ago. I got it set at 300. I don't cook at 300. I cook down at about 225, but for starting off it'll be fine. I can get it, I can choke it down after I get the meat on. So I'm going to do just a little clean on the grill. Should be hot enough now. And now we're going to go inside and we're going to get the piece of meat, and I'm going to show you how I do a brisket on a Komodo Joe. Okay, we got pretty much everything we need out here. This is a roast rack or a rib rack. I use it as basically just a prop when I'm doing spare ribs. It's just so I can put a bigger piece of meat on here, essentially. Something to stretch it out over. So you can do it either way. You can do it like this. It doesn't matter. However you want to stretch your meat. So there she is. She's a nice one. Let me go ahead and get get right up on it, in it there. Oh yeah. That's it. That's right, baby. So I'll show you. You can put it like this. Stretch it across there like that. Keeps the meat off the grill nice and stretched, and all your smoke can get to it. That should work right there. And that's the start of how I smoke my brisket. Let's get this closed down so we can get this fire back down so we don't burn our meat. And then we'll check it later.
Okay.
Okay, we've had it on here for about 4 hours. So we're going to check the temperature. We're looking for somewhere around 145, 150, anywhere in there. We're at 150 and some change, 160 there. So what we're going to do now, as you can see, it's taking on a lot of smoke. It's got a lot of color. But what we're going to do now is we're going to use what's called a Texas crutch. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this off and get it in the truck and wrap it, and I'll show you what the Texas crutch is.
When?
Alright, so here we are, we're in the truck now, and we're going to do the final prep. So I'm going to show you how I do a Texas crutch. And essentially what it is, it's to take the meat and get it past that stall point just a little bit quicker. And it's also, it's a way to kind of preserve the meat a little bit better. Gives you a little more insurance of not having to worry about burning it up, even though you have it at a lower temperature. So it's just one way to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. So right here, all I'm using is just a pan, big aluminum pan, and what I've done is I've taken some heavy duty aluminum foil, which works better. So it preserves the heat and the juices better. So what I'm going to do, so I double wrap it. So I've got 2 pieces that I put together. I'm going to put one more piece inside of this, just so I don't have to worry about poking a hole in it. So I can be just a little bit rougher with it. Then what I'm going to do is what I like to use is better than bouillon and some other stuff, but today I'm just going to show you a simple way you can just use some beef stock. Put some beef stock in here. You don't need a lot. Because it's going to produce a lot of its own juices. It's just to help it in the beginning. Then we're going to stick it in there. Just like so. Look at that. That looks nice. Oh yeah. It's going to be good. Alright, we got that in there. Now all I'm going to do is just take this first step, bring it in, do a loose wrap on it. Then I'm going to take this, bring it together in the middle, right over top of it. Give it a little twist, keep the heat in. And there you have it. I'll take this and I'll set it back on the grill. And we'll cook it to about 190, 185, 190, somewhere in there. We'll pull it off, put it back on the grill and let it crisp back up, and it'll be done. Well, I got to looking at the brisket and I decided to go ahead and cut into it. I couldn't wait. I wanted to see what it looked like. There's the first cut right there. So you can see it's got a nice bark on it, nice smoke ring. So I'm going to go ahead and cut right here where the flat and the point come together. And there's the final product. Nice crispy bark, good marbling, tender. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good.